It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Chris Olave. He's on the doorstep of another milestone in a great season, approaching 1,200 yards. It's the Saints and the Cardinals, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
The first opened back in 19... 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from the Superdome. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the number 1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason. So now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. You look at the Saints defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Throwing on third, Goff. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
This is fielded at the 27. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
This is taken at about the 14. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race. Now, this is into the weekend in the NFC. And what they do know is that they'll be playing at home come January, at least for one game, as they have locked up the NFC West.
And everyone wants that top spot, partner. We know that because that guarantees you home field advantage throughout the playoffs. But whether or not that's in the cards or not, you have to be impressed with how this team has played.
Play action. It's gone. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's West. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He finds West. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. This is taken in by McBride. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Here we go now on first and goal. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there.
From back at the 8 now after the false start. Another try at first and goal. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up second and goal.
First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get
into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Saints will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. They run it again with Williams. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Brought down by Jalen Thompson. Now this defense for the Cardinals, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
You look at this Arizona defense.
They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
This is brought in at the 21. A very good return that time. 18 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 60 yards.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football. Just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there, ends up getting spilled for a loss.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Devin Duvernay
With touchdown number 8 on the year.
Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
There he goes, right side.
Still going.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Jamal Williams with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Pushing his way through.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, Montgomery shreds him with a stiff arm. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. The Cardinals had 10-6 now on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Cross throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now it's gone.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Got it complete to West. It's only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed as they move the sticks again. He finds his man complete. It's West.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride.
Touchdown!
Trey McBride.
A 20-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Jamal Williams making his way back onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. On second down, Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Again, it's Williams. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Reload, check, Panther, bring it, smash, check.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throw left side, complete. That's Perry. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14. Give them 18 on the play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Logan. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw again. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Johnson. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They give it off here to the tight end. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Let's go.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Badgley's kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Oh, that's deep for Duvernay.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
So we
get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter.
Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They're going to look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a defense.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here.
There's Chris Olave. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. A give to Williams, running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing pass.
And a loose football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Badgley able to punch this one through, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Now a give inside for Falk. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That
that, good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Now left side on the swing pass. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints have cut the lead back down to 2.
They'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Boy, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
To Montgomery to begin the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On second down, here's Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now Goff.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season's back now here live in New Orleans. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Goff. Towards the end zone for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Open man is Duvernay.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete to McBride.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Goff on first down.
Goes right back to McBride. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he can.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there. with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cards answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. Well, here we sit, Week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down.
Ready? Hey, reload, ready, go.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Williams. And this will wind up a Saints first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
106 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang. Here's 2nd and 3.
Now back to throw.
Tries the left side and finds Olave.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line.
On the option to give to Williams here.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
They run with Logan. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 23.
Hey, reload, check, Panther, rig it, smash, check, Bronco switch,
Off the option, here's Williams.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Shot alert, alert.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man Johnson. So the completion good for just 3. And now it's 3rd and 4.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Back to throw here.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, Saints. From 17 yards out.
And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Play action. It's Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's West. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 25 yards that time. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now it's gone. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down.
Goff now to throw.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Goff. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Now Goff. Allen's got it complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Gonzalez's kick is good.
And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down 31-28, 1:09 to play. A fourth straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw.
Into the hands of Perry, complete.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Hey, reload.
Back to throw.
He's got Johnson.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Back to throw.
He's got his target. It's Olave. Final minute. One timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
He's back to throw.
That's caught by Johnson.
And he's got this down to the 35.
Here's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw.
Throwing out right here. Caught by Olave.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here comes a very important kick now for Michael Badgley. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Cardinals set to receive it. They'll look for a winning drive as we get this overtime period started. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The New Orleans offense set to take over. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles, because my palms sweating up here in the booth now.
Oh, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're at on the field, I mean, they're already in field goal range to win this thing.
And the head coach is just talking to the special teams coordinator right now and saying, okay, where does he want the ball positioned? Because that's all you're going to do on offense. Move it to that spot. Make sure you take care of the football and probably third down, kick the field goal, and try and win this game.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Now Goff with his first throw in OT. And he's got it. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
Brandon, I go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only second down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for third. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's third down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
Montgomery is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line.
He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot